Okay, so in this video, I'm going to run through another one of these solving applied mass percent problems, and we're asked to calculate the minimum mass of cleverite, which is a gold ore, from which 4.5 kilograms of pure gold could be extracted. So this is a mass percent problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the mass percent gold. And what that's going to give us is the grams of gold in every 100 grams of this gold ore. And once we've got that, we're going to be able to use this guy as a conversion factor. So that's going to be our key here. So let's see what we've got to do. So to calculate the percent gold, we've got to take the number of gold atoms in our formula, which is 1, and then multiply that by the mass of a gold atom, which is 196.97 according to the periodic table. Then we're going to divide that by the mass of the whole compound, which is 1 times the mass of a gold atom plus 2 times the mass of a tellurium atom, and that ends up adding up to 452.17. And then finally we multiply it by 100. So what this tells me is that I have a percentage of gold in my compound. Let's just do this. 196.97 divide 452.17 times 100. You can see it's a little under a half gold. It ends up being 43.561% gold. And so what that means is that I get 43.561 grams of gold for every 100 grams of the ore. Or I could as equally say that for every 100 grams of the ore, I get 43.561 grams of gold. It should be a 2 there, shouldn't it? There we go. All right, so how am I going to use this? Well, what I want to do is I am asked to solve for grams of the ore. So it tells me that I'm going to have to use this guy as my conversion factor. And what I'm asked, if you read up here, is that I've got 4.5 kilograms of gold that I'm trying to get. 4.5 kilograms of gold. So another way of writing 4.5 kilograms of gold would be 4.5 times 10 to the 3 grams of gold. 4.5 times 10 to the 3 grams of gold. And then now I'm going to apply my conversion factor. I get 100 grams of the ore for every 43.561 grams of gold. So you can see that the grams of gold is just going to cancel out. So now I just put that into my calculator. So 4.5 by 10 to the 3 times by 100 divided by 43.561. And then that ends up being 1.03 times 10 to the 4 grams of the ore. Now, if you wanted that in kilograms, you could do this. 1 kilogram is 10 to the 3 grams, and then that would just be divided by 1,000. And what that's telling you is that you would need 10.3 kilograms of the ore in order to extract 4.5 kilograms of gold, which makes sense because it's only 43% gold. So that's that, all right? Okay, so what we did there was we calculated the mass percent gold, and then we used it as a conversion factor to get the grams of ore that was required. Just pay attention that you give everything the correct units that it wants. It didn't request particular units, so you could have given your answer in either grams or kilograms, but it did say that it needs a unit symbol, so you can't ignore that, and also that you were asked to round your answer to 2 significant figures, which makes sense because this 4.5 kilograms was 2 significant figures. So that's the end of that one. Okay, hope you find the video helpful.